Hello, ladies. Welcome to the masterclass. We will be getting started in a minute. We have several people still logging in. So I'm going to give everybody a chance to get in, get settled, get comfortable, get something to drink, and we will get started in a minute. Okay. So if you can hear me really quickly, go ahead on and type a 1 in the chat box. So if you can hear me, go ahead on and type a 1 in the chat box. I just want to make sure that the majority of everyone can hear me. I just want to make sure everyone can hear me. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's give it a couple of more minutes because as you can see, we have a ton of people on here. All right, so let's give it a couple of more minutes, like maybe like 1 or 2 more minutes. While you are waiting, go ahead on and type your city and state in the comments. Go ahead on and represent your city and state. Let me know where you're logging in from, and I will be right back. All right, welcome back. So welcome to the presentation. We are going to go ahead on and get started really shortly. But before we get started, let me do a couple of housekeeping rules before we get started. So number one, if at any point during the presentation you have any issues, there is a reconnect button at the top of the screen. It's right above the slide. Make sure you look for it. And hit that button and you should be good. Okay, so make sure you hit the reconnect button if you have any issues during the presentation. If the majority of everybody is okay and you're having issues, then it's probably something on your end. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is do not spam the chat. As you can see, we have hundreds of people on here tonight. Please do not post any of your links. Do not try to sell any of your products, and do not post the same thing over and over again in the chat. If I do not see your question or comment, I will get to it by the end of the call. So yeah, don't spam the chat. I do have moderators in the chat. If the chat is being spammed, they will completely delete you from the webinar, okay? And you won't be able to get back in. So that's number two. Number three, make sure you stay to the end. Why? Because I have something that I'm going to give you at the end. So make sure that you stay to the very end of the presentation. You have to stay to the end to be eligible for it. So make sure you stay to the end. And then number four, this is going to be a very interactive presentation, a very interactive workshop. So make sure that you are engaging. Ask questions. Okay, we have a no questions left behind policy. So make sure you're asking questions. However, make sure you engage, because the more that you give me, the more that I give you. All right. So with that being said, really quickly, once again, before we get started, if you can see the first slide, if you can see the first slide, go ahead on and type a 2 in the chat box. So if you can see the first slide, go ahead on and type a 2. That'll ensure that the majority can see the screen and you can hear me, and then we can go ahead on and get started. So if you can See, okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. I love when technology works. Awesome. Let's get started. So welcome to the presentation. So tonight I'm going to be teaching you how to start a t-shirt business, even if you don't have an expensive printing machine like a Cricut, a Silhouette. You don't have to have any of that stuff for what I'm about to teach you tonight, okay? So my name is Tiffany Williams. I'm a business coach. I help women exit their 9-to-5 so that they can have time, freedom to do whatever they want in life, whenever they want to do it. I've been doing that for the past 6 years, and I have been fortunate enough and blessed enough to be able to work from home and teach a ton of other women how to do the exact same thing. All right. So let's go ahead on and jump right in it. Okay, again, before we start, make sure you remove all of your distractions, close all of your windows, email, social media. Reason being is because this presentation takes a lot of bandwidth on your computer. And if you have a lot of windows open, you may have a connection issue. Okay, so I don't want that to happen because as you can see, we have hundreds of people on, so you might not be able to log back in. All right, if you're on a cell phone, and you have the ability to move to a desktop or a laptop, please do so, okay? If you don't have that ability, stay on your cell phone. Hopefully you can get through the entire presentation, but if you can move to a desktop or laptop, I advise that you do that. Thirdly, if you have any issues, again, hit the reconnect button at the top of the screen. Make sure you're engaging during the class. And as I mentioned before, we have a no question left behind policy. Ask plenty questions. If I don't get to your question during the presentation, I will for sure get to your question at the end of the presentation. Okay? So here is my promise to you. Over the years, I've learned that your most valuable asset is your time. A lot of people think it is money, but it is not money because you can always make money. I'm going to be teaching you how to make money today. Your most valuable asset is time. So with that being said, in the next 60 to 90 minutes, right, I'm going to be teaching you my exact blueprint that my students and I have used to create 6-figure t-shirt businesses, okay? I'm going to be telling you exactly what we implemented and how we implemented it, okay? Here's what I'm not promising. I'm not promising that you're going to make money overnight. This is not a get rich quick scheme. My attorney, she makes me say this, right? It does take a lot of hard work. This is not a fast business. So if you're looking for fast, start this today, be rich tomorrow, this is probably not the call for you. Okay? Now, with that being said, as I mentioned before, I don't want to waste any of your time because all of us have precious time. So let me make sure that you're in the right spot. So go ahead on and type a 1 in the chat box if you have been wanting to start your t-shirt brand for a while, but you just have no idea where to start, right? Type a 1 in the chat box if you're like, man, I've been wanting to start this t-shirt business. I have these all these ideas. I know it would do well, but I hear so much information. I read so much. I don't know where to start. I'm trying to piece stuff together. Awesome. Look at all of the ones coming through. We have a ton of people on here. Okay. All right. What about number 2? Go ahead and type a number 2 in the chat box if you already have a t-shirt business, but you're just not making the sales that you want to make. And you decide to get on this call because you want to get some ideas of how you can possibly implement what you learned tonight and make more sales. So if you already have a t-shirt business, go ahead on and type a 2 in the chat box. Okay. All right. We have a couple of people in the house. All right. Now, what about number 3? How many people, go ahead and type a number 3. How many people are like, look, I just got on this call because I need to start making some extra money on the side so I can pay off some of these bills. I could take a vacation. I could be more comfortable and I could possibly not have to live payday to payday, right? How many people feel like that? Type a 3 in the chat box. Okay. Okay. We have a lot of 3s. So the good news is if you typed 1, 2, or 3 in the chat box, you're in the right place. Okay. So once again, tonight I'm going to be teaching you how I went from earning $775 in profit from my first t-shirt design, which I will be showing you, to making over $100,000 in 9 months. Okay. So that is what we're going to be talking about tonight. Okay. So let me move on. So before I get into it, let me tell you a little bit about myself, because a lot of you probably do not know who I am. Some of you are already in my group. Some of you have never met me before, never experienced Tiffany. So let me tell you a little bit about myself, okay, and why I'm qualified to teach you this, okay? So I have a company. It's called Rich Girl Collective. We help women exit their jobs and start online businesses. I've helped over 1,000 women. Actually, I have like 20,000 women in my group. 70% of them are my students, right? I have been selling t-shirts for the past 6 years. T-shirts are what helped me exit my job, right? I've never touched one of the t-shirts that I've sold, and I've sold like thousands, like literally thousands of t-shirts, okay? One t-shirt made me $30,000 in like 30 days. All right. I was featured on Forbes website in January. Okay. And then the last one is I have 2 best-selling books on Amazon. Okay. I'm also being featured by 7-figure millionaires who have events in their local cities, and they're highlighting me, as you can see in this picture, as one of their success stories as well. Okay. Now, all of that sounds good, but it was not always like this. Trust me. Okay. 6 years ago, right, I was where most of you are probably at right now. I was working a job that I was working 8 to 10 hours a day. They had me working on weekends. Sometimes I had to work overtime. I didn't like my boss. They were giving me way too much work, and I was making pennies. I just hated my job. I was overworked, and I was underpaid. How many people feel like this? Type me in the chat box if you are overworked and you're underpaid. Like you're doing the most for your job, but they're paying you like literally pennies. If that is you, go ahead on and type me in the chat box, okay? Because that's exactly how I felt 6 years ago, right? We were all in the same boat. Look at all of the me's coming through, okay? Yeah, that's exactly how I felt, okay? I made the decision, though, that I needed to do something. Like a lot of you are here because you made the decision that, hey, this is time. I have, procrastinated too long. It's time for me to do something. Not only for me, but for my family, right? And for me, I wasn't going to continue to work for somebody else for pennies and make someone else's family rich while I struggle to make ends meet. All right? Okay? The me's are still coming through. All right? So that is how I was like literally 6 years ago. Okay. So this is the t-shirt that changed everything, right? How many people see this t-shirt on the screen? Because I see a couple of people saying they're having connection issues. If you can see this pink t-shirt on the screen, go ahead and type a 4. Okay, I want to make sure I'm not talking to myself. But this is the t-shirt that changed everything. Okay, this was my first t-shirt that I ever launched. This was the t-shirt that like made me go hard in the t-shirt game. Okay, perfect. Most people can see. All right. So this was the simple t-shirt. As you can see, it's nothing special about this t-shirt. It's super plain. It's super basic. I created it. I'm not a designer. Okay. So I created this t-shirt. Took me 15 minutes. It was on sale for 7 days, and I made $775. Okay. I'm going to say that again because some of y'all probably missed it. I created this in 15 minutes, okay? I put it on sale for 7 days, and I made $775, okay? $775 in 15 minutes, okay? How many people have ever made $775 in 15 minutes, right? For something that took them 15 minutes of work. Something legal, okay? Right? Somebody says, wow. Yes, that's exactly how I felt. Okay, that's exactly how I felt. I was like, wow, this t-shirt business thing, this has potential. This is amazing, So I was so excited about it that I decided that I was going to, I see all the comments people are saying, nice, not me. Yes. So I was so excited that I decided, man, I am going hard with this t-shirt business. I am going to start cranking out t-shirts every day, every week, every month. I was just going to do it because my thinking was if I made $775 from this one t-shirt, what if I put out 10 t-shirts? Then what I would make. Okay. So that was my thinking. So I was launching all of these different t-shirts. All of these ideas were coming to my mind. But here's the thing. I was launching all of these t-shirts, but I did not have a strategy. Okay? I did not have a strategy. It was like I was literally throwing darts at a dartboard, okay? But I didn't have a strategy, okay? And that's what most people do when they are trying to start businesses or they are running businesses. They're just waking up every day trying to figure out what they're supposed to be doing. They're praying for sales. If I'm talking about you, if you feel what I'm talking about, go ahead on and type a 1 in the chat box, okay? How many people feel like they don't have a strategy? Like they know what they want, they know their goals and they know the end result, but they don't have a strategy of how to actually get there. They don't have a process. They don't have a blueprint. Okay? Yes. Thank you for being honest. A lot of people are saying 1 in the chat box. Okay? That's exactly how I was. All right? But good thing you're on the call because I'm going to tell you what I did. Okay? So yeah. So I didn't have a strategy. Okay? All right. But I decided that, you know what? If I'm really going to be serious about this t-shirt thing, I need to do what most people don't do. Okay? I decided to hire a coach and invest in myself. Okay? And as you can see, this is way back from 2014. And I invested $5,000 and I hired somebody to teach me exactly what they knew about the t-shirt business. This person was already making 7 figures selling t-shirts, and I wanted to know how he got there, because my goal was to make 7 figures selling t-shirts 6 years ago, right? So I hired somebody because I wanted to get there. I wanted to know the process that it took. I didn't want to like DIY it. I wanted to learn the exact process that he took to get to where he was going. Okay? So that's what I did. All right? Now, after I hired somebody that taught me exactly what they were doing, how they are doing it, and how to implement it, I followed their blueprint and their process, and I went from making $775 to making $113,230 in total profit, not sales, total profit, which means money in my account, right? In less than 9 months. Okay? Did y'all pick that up? I went from making $775 for my first t-shirt to making over 6 figures in 9 months selling t-shirts, right? Now, keep in mind, y'all, this was a side hustle. This wasn't my full-time job. I was still working. Okay? I was still working. I was making more selling t-shirts, okay? Right? I was making more selling t-shirts than I was at my full-time job. Okay? So, quick question. I have a question for you while I take a sip of water. What would you do if you were making an extra $100,000 selling t-shirts? Go ahead and type it in the comments. I'm gonna take a sip of water. What would you do with a extra $100,000 selling t-shirts? Go ahead and type it in the comments. Okay, I'm gonna give it a minute because I know there is a delay. Okay, somebody says invest, buy a home, take care of my family, invest, pay off debt, travel, yes. Yes, buy a house. Exactly. Fix my life. I love it. Family, pay off debt. Okay, this is all goals that I had too. Okay, this is all things that I wanted to do as well. Okay. All right, so let's move on. Okay, so here's a screenshot of some of the t-shirts that I have sold that have been successful. Some of the t-shirts that I launched after hiring a coach and following the process that he taught me. Okay, so as you can see, you know, different, and we're going to get into coming up with a niche idea. We're going to get into all of that tonight. Okay, all right. So how many people feel like this? We're about to get into the specifics, but how many people feel like this? How many people feel like this cute little picture of this baby and you got your hand held up and you're like, you mean to tell me that if I follow the blueprint, if I take what I learned tonight and I take action and I do the work, that t-shirts can help me exit my 9 to 5. How many people are like, okay, I'm ready. Let's go ahead on and get started. Just give it to me. I'm ready. I'm ready to take notes. I'm excited. Go ahead on and type that in the comments and let me know y'all are here still with me. Okay, somebody says me, right? Somebody, Shantae says yes, ready, me. Okay, perfect. Let's move on. All right, so get your pens and paper ready because I talk pretty fast and we're about to go through it. All right, so here are the 3 strategies. Okay, here are the 3 strategies that you need, right? This is the same strategies that I use to start a profitable t-shirt business. Okay, here are the 3 strategies. All right, strategy number 1. Strategy number 1 is I use a print-on-demand company to sell t-shirts. All right, we're going to get into each of them in a minute. Strategy number 2 is I created a brand around a passionate niche. And then strategy number 3 is I scaled my brand to selling other items besides just t-shirts. Okay, so that's the different strategies that we're going to be talking about. So let's move on. So strategy number 1 is I use the print on demand model to sell t-shirts. Now, before I move forward, how many people know what print on demand is? If you know what print on demand is, type a 1. If you don't know what print on demand is, type a 2. Okay? If you know what print on demand is, type a 1. If you don't know what print on demand is, type a 2. I just need to get an idea of who's on the call tonight. Okay, I have 1s and 2s. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's go over the process because this is really critical. Okay, so the print on demand process looks like this. You get a design created. Okay, I'm gonna go through it fast and then I'm gonna slow it up. Okay, you get a design created, you upload it to your website. When somebody buys it, the print on demand company that you work with, they print it for you and they ship it directly to your customer. Okay, that's the entire process. Now, let's go back through it again, but let me slow it up a little bit. Okay, so here is how the print on demand process works. You get a design created. All right, now you can get a design created 1 or 2 ways. Number 1, you can hire a graphic designer to do it for you, right? And I have a way where you can get a graphic designer to design something for you for free, all right? Or you can create the design yourself for free, right? You don't have to be like a graphic designer. You don't have to have any tech skills. It's super easy, all right? That's the first part, okay? Once you have your design, you upload it to your t-shirts, okay, which will be on your website. Now, I use Shopify, okay? I don't use Wix. I don't use BigCommerce. I don't use any of those. I've never used any of those. I only use Shopify. Shopify is the platform, like the website platform where your products are, okay? Right? I'm going to be telling you at the end of this call how you can get started with Shopify for free, right? Okay, so you upload your designs to your website. That's it. When somebody buys your design, the print on demand companies, which I'll tell you about at the end, the print on demand company that you're going to work with, they print your shirts for you and then they ship them directly to your customers. Okay, how many people are with me so far? Okay, if you are with me so far, type in "with me" in the chat box before we move on. Right? Thank you, Shantae. Such a nice comment. Thank you so much for that. Right? How many people are with me so far? If you're with me, go ahead on and type "with me" because I don't want to lose anybody. All right. So let's move to the next slide. All right. So here we go. Okay, here's the old way of doing it. Okay, here's the old way of doing it. The old way of doing it is make the shirt yourself, which takes time and money. Then once you make it, you have to spend more time and money to drive to the post office. How many people are currently doing this right now? Okay, let me know in the chat. Okay, now the new way of doing it, the less risky way of doing it, okay, is to create the designs, upload them to your website. When somebody buys, then the third party company that you are working with, they print and ship the item directly to your customer, or if you're working doing stuff for a company, they ship all of the items for you. Okay, so let's go a little bit deeper. All right, so here it is side by side. Your job, if you use this print on demand process that I'm teaching you, your job is to create your website, which you can have a website up in an hour, okay? The way I teach you how to do it, okay? You can have your website up in an hour, okay? So get your website up, get your designs created, which is kind of free, and market your t-shirts. That's it, okay? The print on demand company's job is to print your t-shirts for you, okay? Mail your t-shirts for you. All right? Deal with the customer service, okay? And deal with all of the returns if you have any returns. Okay? So let's talk about the money, okay? Because a lot of people probably like, wait, well, do I have to pay for this? Or how does this work? Okay? The print on demand, if you do it the print on demand way, which is what I did, okay? It's going to cost you $29 to run your store. Like, you can run your whole store for $29. If you think that $29 is a lot, then you probably shouldn't do this, okay? But $29 to run an entire store is nothing. They do the hosting for you, for your website, all of that, $29, okay? But again, I'm going to tell you at the end how you can get started for free, okay? So $29 a month. You get your designs for free because guess what? I teach my students how to create their own designs or how to hire a graphic designer that is going to do the design for them. All right. Also, marketing. Now, you don't have to pay for marketing. You can do it the organic way, right? But if you want to get traffic to your website quicker, I highly suggest that you invest in a little bit of marketing. I always advise starting with $50. And when you start making money, then you start spending more money on marketing, right? But you don't have to do that. Okay. That's it. If you do the print on demand way. If you sell it yourself, and if you're selling t-shirts yourself, amen me if I'm telling the truth, or if you agree with this. If you sell t-shirts yourself, you have to have a heat press. You have to have a silhouette. You have to have a Cricut. You have to have vinyl. You have to have all of that stuff. You have to have the shirts. Sometimes you have to buy them in bulk, right? If they're $3 a shirt, which is super cheap, 100 shirts, that's $300. You have to buy ink sometimes, depending on how you're printing your shirts. Then you have to ship them, okay? You have to ship them. Shipping just went up, okay? And then you have to pay for the packing material. Look at all of the amens. They're amening me because they're saying, yes, if you sell t-shirts yourself, this is all of the money that you have to spend. Money and work. Somebody said, Shawnee says money and work. Okay? Now, let's do the numbers. Let's look at the money. Okay? Let's look at the money. Okay? All right. Let's just say that this is your t-shirt. Okay? This is your t-shirt. Okay, this is your t-shirt, and based on the style of t-shirt. Now, let me say this, okay? Because I always get asked this question. Okay, number one, no, there is no fee to work with the print on demand companies that I work with. Some of them, they do charge a fee, but the ones I work with, no, it's no fees involved, no fees at all. They want you to sell your shirts, and you want them to do all of the shipping and stuff for you. So let me tell you how you make money and how they make money. Let's say that this is your shirt. And incidentally, before I get into it, it's several different types of shirts. Whatever type of shirt that you have, you can use this process. If you want to do Bella, I love Bella. If you like Next Level, if you like Gildan, if you like Jersey, if you like American Apparel, whatever kind of quality, and yes, you can order samples before somebody asks that. Okay, so let's just say that this is your t-shirt. All right, the print-on-demand company, they may say in this example, depending on the style, depending on how many colors in your design, this particular design is going to cost you $10. That is your cost. All right, $10 is your cost. Somebody says, you're giving me life right now, Queen. Oh, thank you so much. $10 is your cost. In this example, if you charge, I don't know, just say $22. This is just an example. If you charge $22, then guess what? Your profit is $12. Now, let's use this same situation and just say that you were making this shirt yourself. Out of that $12, guess what? You still have to pay another $3, $4 for shipping or more, and then you still have to use a little bit of gas in time to drive to the post office. So by the time you finish with this shirt, if you're making this yourself, guess what? Your profit is probably only maybe $5 or $6. But because you're using the print-on-demand model, you don't have to ship the shirts, okay? You don't have to drive to the post office. You don't have to meet the person in the parking lot and hope that they show up to get your money because you have spent your time and money to make their shirt. Okay? How many people are like, I love this process? How many people are like, mind blown, I love it? Now, let me say this. If you're currently making your shirts, okay? If you're currently making your shirts, thank you, Betty. Thank you. I appreciate all of the comments. If you're currently making your own shirts, I am not saying stop what you're doing. Do your thing, okay? However, what I am saying is you can take this process that I am teaching you and incorporate it with what you're doing, okay? Still do what you're doing. If that's working for you, do it. Okay. However, if you are just getting started or if you have not started yet, this is the way to get started. Okay. This is the way to get started. All right. Okay. So here's some more questions that I normally get. Okay. Is there a cost to work with the POD companies? Some, but not all of them. Okay. Do you own your designs? Yes, it is your designs. Do you have to trademark or copyright or private label your designs? No, you do not have to do any of that. I have never, Louisiana girls got so much hustle. Love it. Yes, you never have to. I have never trademarked or copyright any of my designs in the past 6 years. Okay. Now, there is a way to protect your designs. I'll tell you more. We'll talk about that at the end. Okay? How many people are ready for strategy number 2? If you are ready for strategy number 2, go ahead on and type a 2. I'm going to take a sip of water. All right. All right, let's see. Okay, I see all of the 2s coming through. Let's go head on. Okay, so number 2, strategy number 2. Strategy number 2 is I created a brand around a passionate niche. All right. So the reason why you need to stick with one niche, I always advise people always ask me, hey, can I sell in several different niches, several different categories, all in one store, or do I need to create multiple stores? Number 1 is you should only be creating one store, right? You only need one store to hit your revenue goals, okay? And the reason why you need to stick with one niche is because you can build a community of people. You can build a community of buyers that will spend money with you over and over and over again. All right. And you won't have to always go looking for new people. All right, let me show you what I mean. All right, really quickly, this is a list of different niche ideas that you can create t-shirt brands around. And I put this slide here because I wanted to be able to open your mind so you can see how many different brands that you can create. Okay, you can create a brand around occupations. I have a ton of teachers on this call right now. You can create a brand around t-shirts. If you're a hairstylist, okay, you can create a brand around that. Right? You can create a brand around military. Okay. Are you in the military? Is your mom in the military? Is your dad in the military? Whatever the situation is, you can create a brand around family. I have several of my students have mommy and me brands. Okay. Nationality. Yes, I'm about to show you an example of nationality. Okay. Pets. I showed you that I created a brand around Yorkies because I have a Yorkie. Causes. You can create a brand around like cancer stuff. I'm a cancer survivor. You can create a brand around that. Okay. So many different things that you could create a brand around. Okay. All right. Now, quick question. I see a lot of people already posting in the comments what they're going to create their t-shirt brands around. If you haven't done so already, go ahead on and type in the comments and let me know, what do you have in mind? What kind of brand do you want to create for your t-shirts? Go ahead on and type it in the comments. I just want to read a couple of them and just make sure that everybody is kind of on the right track. So I see somebody did education. Somebody says travel, fitness, music, and tacos. I never even thought about tacos, but I'm sure there are people out there for it. My son, spiritual, mental health, causes, occupation, nurses, kids, holidays. Awesome. Y'all are on the right track. Somebody said graffiti. That is an excellent one. Very good one. Spirituality. I have several students in that niche. Education. Yes. Okay, perfect. All right, let's move on. Yes, tacos. All right, so somebody mentioned nationality. Okay, I actually created a brand around a nationality. Okay, the nationality was actually Native Americans. Now, why I picked Native Americans? Because I did my research up front and I realized that they were a very passionate group of people. Okay. And I didn't see a ton of things around that had to do with that particular industry. So I decided to create something around them. Okay. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Okay. So I just decided to create something around them. Okay. All right. So as you can see, the shirt on the far left with the red in it, it has two colors, right? Red and white. It's on a black t-shirt. Nothing special about this. Like, I created this myself. It was super simple. Most of it is the picture is like clip art and it's just words. Nothing special. I put this shirt on sale and it sold $622. $11,000, y'all. $11,982. Right? $11,982 in 2 weeks. Selling that one little t-shirt. Okay. Now, this is why it's so important to stay with the same niche. Okay. Because so many people bought that shirt. I was like, I'm going to do another shirt. Right? I'm going to do another shirt for Native Americans. If they like the first one, I'm sure they're going to love the second one. So I did a hoodie. Okay. I did a hoodie. Sold another $584, right? $11,000. And I kept on doing it. But as you can see, I stayed in the same brand. So I didn't have to always go out and look. Thank you for all the comments. I didn't have to go out and always look for new people. I had people that I had built over a community. They were in a community. Okay. So I had built a list of buyers that I could say, hey, you like this shirt? Do you like this one? Right? You can't do that process if you're like selling teacher t-shirts, you're selling baseball t-shirts, you're selling nurse t-shirts, you're selling spirituality t-shirts, you're selling taco t-shirts. You can't do all of that. Right? So that is one reason why I have been so successful, because I create brands. right? I create brands. All right. Here's another example. Okay. Where are all of my New Orleans Saints fans in the house? Okay. So I created a brand, right? This is, when the Saints was doing really, really well. And I started selling shirts. Okay. Look at the one on the end. It made me $21,000 in profits in 30 days. Okay. How can I guarantee the quality of the t-shirts? You order samples. Okay. It made me $21,000 in 30 days. All right. Now, there are some rules. Yes, Javon, there are some rules when it comes to using brand names. Okay. You cannot, Pamela says Cowboys fans. That's okay, Pamela. You cannot use we have Annie in Louisiana. We have a ton of Louisiana people on, right? You cannot use certain brands certain ways. You can't get in trouble. So there's certain ways that you have to use brands. However, I'm showing you this to say, okay, how long should you stay in one niche? That's a great question, Donna. Make sure you ask me that at the end, and I will definitely get to that question. Okay, I thought I heard the New Orleans accent. Yes, I get that on every call. Okay. How long do you stay in one? That's a great question. Hold that to the end and I'll definitely answer it. Okay. So strategy number 2 is you want to stay in the same niche. The reason being is because it is easy to sell to someone who is already have spent money with you, right? Than a new person. It is the easiest thing to do to sell to a person that's already spent money with you. All right. Okay. All right, let's move on. So check-in time. Let me check in because as I said in the beginning, I don't want to waste your time. I want to make sure you're getting something out of this. I want to make sure you're learning. We're not finished yet. We still have strategy number 3 and a couple of other things. So let me know. Type yes in the chat box if you are enjoying this. I need to get another sip of water, but go ahead and type in the chat box yes if you're enjoying this. All right. Awesome. People are saying yes. The yeses are coming through. Nobody has logged off. Actually, a few extra people have logged in, I see. So perfect. Okay. And again, make sure if you came on late, make sure you stay to the very end. Okay. Giving me life. That's what I want to do on this call. I want to give everybody life. I want to give them their whole life. Okay. Let's move on. So strategy number 3. Strategy number 3 is I started selling other things besides just t-shirts. How many people would like to start their own, not just t-shirt brand? How many people will be interested in starting their own apparel brand? How many people would be interested in starting their own apparel brand? Yes, please do not. If you post anything in the chat and you are promoting, you will be deleted. Okay. All right. You will be deleted. Okay. So yeah. So look at all of the me's coming through. Okay. So with the print on demand process that we talked about in strategy number 1, guess what? It's not just t-shirts. You can use that same process and create your own high heels. How many females always said, I know I did. Oh, I want to have my own high heels. I want to sell my own shoes. I want to have a shoe store, right? Tennis, purses, handbags, okay? Travel bags, wine glasses, all of this stuff. You can use that print on demand process that we talked about in strategy number 1. The process where you upload your designs. Yes, coffee mugs too. You upload your designs and the company, right, that you work with, My Dream and Vision, says Javon. The company that you work with does all of the shipping and all of the printing for you. Yes, your own clothing line. Yes, I want a boutique. Okay. This is all, now this is just a sample now. It's over 200 different items with a print on demand company that you can use, right? Swimsuits, okay? Swimsuits. I am about to do my own swimsuits. Okay? Okay? Would this be like an upsell to what we are doing? What you mean to what we are doing? Okay, I am loving this. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, so this is all stuff that you could use that process, dog stuff. So it can appear that you have your own, well, it is your own store, but you're not having to waste time and ship all of it. So the great thing is you can still do this. Yes, high heels. You can still do this on the side while you still are working your 9 to 5. Okay, somebody says matching hats and t-shirts. That's a good one. Okay, now this works for any niche. Okay, because some people are like, oh, well, what about my niche? It works for any niche. Okay, as you can see from the screen, this is a couple of items. Okay, again, it's over 200 different items, but this is a couple of items. You're a godsend. Thank you so much, Carol, for that. This is a couple of items that you can actually use the print on demand process for, right? Onesies, you know, if you're in the wedding niche, if you're a teacher, look at the shoes. Okay, now notice something about these items on here. Some of them are customized, they're personalized with the person's name on it. How would you like to offer your customers items with their names on them? I don't know if you're like me. Let me know if you're like me, okay? If you're like me, you want everything that has your name on it. If you see something, yes, jewelry too. If you see something, how about personalizing items? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about now. If you see something with your name on it, you want it. Okay, and some people are like, I never see my name on anything. Well, guess what? This is an opportunity to put your name on anything you want. Okay, look at all of the me's coming through. Okay, so yeah, so this is a way that you can put your name on everything. Okay, now here's the thing about personalization. Personalization allows you to charge more money because people will spend more money on something that has their name on it. All right, customizing something, people will spend more money, right? So that's more profit for you. Okay, more profit for you. I always like personal things. This is just perfect. Yes, it's amazing, and people love to put their names on stuff. Okay, all right. Now, here's another example of something that you can do in your store. Okay, let's just say you create a design or you have a design created. This is actually a design that I created myself. Okay, it says beauty and brains, I'm the entire package, right? This design went over so well that I decided to not only put it on a hoodie, right? But when you find a design that you love, you put it on everything, because if somebody bought it on a hoodie, then they may want to have the matching tote bag. They may want to have the matching mug. Somebody just asked about the mug, all right? They may want to have it on their cell phone, okay? Thank you, LaShawn. Okay, so you can take one design and make multiple sales from it, right? How many people ever go to Amazon and they buy something and then immediately after they put it in their cart, something pops up and say, oh, would you also like to buy this? Or based on what you purchased, this is a matching set or something like that. You can do all of that. You can do that same thing in your store. Okay, the same exact thing you can do in your store. All right. Now, let's do a quick recap because we just went over a ton of stuff. I'm not done yet, but quick recap. Okay. Let's see. So here's strategy number 1. And I promise I'm going to get to everybody's questions at the end. So here's strategy number 1. We talked about using the print on demand business model to get started because there are no risk involved. Okay. And you don't have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars up front to get started like you do if you're printing shirts and shipping them yourself. Strategy number 2, we created a brand around a passionate niche, which allowed us to sell to the same people over and over again, okay? Because we're sticking with one particular niche, okay? And then strategy number 3, we started to sell other items besides just t-shirts, right? I showed you all of the different items, a few of the different items that you can sell, personalize, besides just t-shirts. So you can have, allows you to have your own apparel company if you want to say it like that. Okay. All right. So screenshot time. Make sure you take a screenshot of this. Okay. This is the 3 things that must be on point in order for you to make sales and in order for your store to be profitable. Okay. Here are 3 things that you need. Okay. Number 1, you need a high converting website, right? Your store needs to be a high converting website. Okay. I told you I use Shopify. However, there are some things that should be on your website, right, that make people know, like, and trust you. Think about it. When you go to a website, okay, when you go to a website and you see something, but you don't, it's something that feels like a little funny, something feels a little shady, you don't trust them. You're like, I'm not putting in my credit card information because I don't know, this website looks shady. How many people have ever had that happen to them? You see something, but you go to the website and it's like, I don't know, that don't look too trusting, right? That little light bulb goes out like, you shouldn't put your credit card number in it. It looks suspect. Yes. Okay. It looks suspect. Exactly. Okay. A lot of people websites look like that. Okay. And as a small business owner, you have to work a little bit harder to get people to purchase your stuff because you're not a big name like Walmart or Target or anything like that. Okay. So you have to have a high converting store, not just pretty. Pretty doesn't mean high converting. Okay. Number 2, you need to have the right products. You need to have winning designs on your shirt. You can't just throw up any quote on a shirt and think somebody is going to spend money for it when it's something that they can go get at the local Walmart, right? You have to have high converting designs, okay? I teach my students how to come up with designs that you know for sure that people are going to love, okay? And then strategy number 3, right? Go ahead and start typing marketing in the chat box. If marketing is just like marketing scares you, marketing is not your thing, you know nothing about marketing, you don't know how to market, go ahead and type marketing in the chat box. Because guess what? If you have the prettiest store, if you have the best looking like designs, everything is pretty, everything is on point. But if you don't know marketing, then guess what? Nobody is going to see your store. Okay? Nobody is going to see your store. Okay? Right? Look at all the people saying marketing is not my thing. Okay? Right. Marketing, yes. I see so many people and they have like the prettiest logo in the prettiest store and no marketing. And they're not making any money, but they've spent all this money up front. Okay? Right? Yeah, pretty is for the broke. It's not always about being pretty, right? With your website and stuff like that. You actually have to have a high converting website with products that people are going to love, designs that people are going to love, and know your marketing to get people to your store. Okay? All right. Now, let's skip this because we already went over this. So here's why I get so excited. Okay? I get so excited because this exact process that I'm teaching you, this is the exact process that I have followed to be able to quit my job. This is also the exact process that I have taught other women for them to be able to start a side hustle or quit their job. Okay, so I want to show you a couple of these women. Okay, this is my student, Lenidra. She's a teacher. Okay, she's an elementary school teacher, and she started selling custom t-shirts on the side to school administrators and teachers. And now they're asking her for custom shirts, okay? So she's at work, but now she has a side hustle selling to teachers, okay? Right? So she's working, but she's doing her little side hustle on the side, right? And then this is Yolanda. A lot of you mentioned that you wanted to go into the spirituality niche. This is what niche she's in, okay? She was on a call just like you are right now, okay? She started exactly where everybody is right now. Raven, I'm going to get to that in a minute. Okay, she started exactly where everybody is now. Okay, and she was serious, right? She got off the call, she took action, she made it happen. And 6 months after, she was able to quit her job. Okay, 6 months after starting her t-shirt business, she was able to quit her job. Okay, I'm gonna play a really, really quick video because I want you to hear it from her. And just listen to what she has to say.
Hey guys, I am Yolanda Gregory, and I am a part of the Future Rich Girls Collective group. I've been a member since October of 2016, and I've taken every last one of Tiffany courses, but the one that has really allowed me to exit my 13-year career was the t-shirt training. I also always wanted to start my own t-shirt company, and that t-shirt training had allowed me to start and as well as walk away from my 9-to-5 as of November of last year. Because of Tiffany t-shirt training and because of the other trainings that I've taken with her, it has allowed me to create multiple streams of income for myself. Right now, I have about 5 streams of income, and I'm working on 3 more based off of what I've learned.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. I don't know if y'all caught that, but did y'all hear what she said? She said that she was on a call, okay, just like you, and she was able to quit her job. Okay, she was able to quit her job 6 months after, and she was also she was also able to have, she has 5 streams of income now, right? 5 streams of income, and she's working on 1 more. Now, she's working on 3 more. Now, this is my philosophy about that. I highly believe that however many bills you have, that's how many income streams you should have. So if you have 5 bills, you should have 5 income streams. You should have an income stream to be able to pay each one of your bills. If you have 7 bills, you need 7 income streams, okay? Most people have several bills and 1 income to have to cover all of those bills, okay? It should be the opposite, right? It should be the opposite. And that's what Yolanda was able to do with her business after she invested in herself and she took action. Okay, here is another screenshot of some of the other women that have been able to, quit their jobs, start training, learn the t-shirt process. This is only a small fraction of them. It's literally thousands of people who have been able to take this course and, start a side hustle, quit their job, something like that. Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. Let's go. All right. So this was the basic class. I promised you 60 to 90 minutes. Okay. So time is flying by. Right. So I promised you 60 to 90 minutes. Somebody says you're dropping gems. Thank you so much. Right. So how many people would be interested in taking the advanced part of this course? Right. The advanced part of this training. Okay. Learning each step that we talked about today, but more in depth, the how to do it, me showing you exactly how to do it, why you do it, when you do it, right? Okay. All right. So in the advanced course, this is the kind of stuff that we talk about, or this is the kind of questions that I answer, which a lot of people probably have some of these answers. Go ahead and type a 1 if you have some of these questions. How do you create your designs for free? What print-on-demand companies do you use? How do you market and sell your t-shirts? How to have your store up and running in a couple of hours? How do I protect my designs from somebody from stealing my designs? Do I need the trademark? Do I need a business license? Can I get samples of t-shirts to check quality? Can I get my own label in the t-shirts? Okay. Can I design tees with gold foil? And how do I get other people to create designs for free? Okay, look at all of the ones. Yes, I know, because this is the most common questions, some of the most common questions that I get. All right. So at this point, you have 2 options, and I'm going to speed it up. I'm going to go ahead on and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to make you an offer, right? I'm going to make you an offer for those of you who want to move forward. If you're not interested, thank you for joining. I highly appreciate it. I hope you learned something. However, if you're interested, I have two kinds of people on the call. Okay. Number one, this is the people who are like really enjoyed it. I get your comment. I see your comments in the chat box. They're super excited. However, they're going to try to DIY it, try it out on their own, figure it out, maybe get frustrated, and maybe be on the same path for a long, long, long time. Okay. That's perfectly fine. Or you're number two and you want to save time and money, right? Because guess what? When you DIY something, you're actually trying to save money, but you're spending more money, right? Spend more money, okay, right? But you want to save time and money, right? And the headache, and you want to learn the blueprint. You want to do what I did in the beginning when I said I hired somebody to teach me the blueprint of what they were doing and how they got to 7 figures, right? So I'm asking you the same thing. Do you want to be a number two? And let me teach you the process that can get you to your goals, okay? That is my question for you. All you have to do is follow the blueprint, okay? And trust the process and do the work. You have to do the work. Now, let me say this before I move on. If you're the type of person who likes to buy your training and you don't plan on doing the work, and you're looking for fast results, this is not for you. If you're the type of person that you like to buy trainings and you like to watch half the trainings and realize that it's a lot of work that you're going to file a chargeback, this is not for you either, because then my attorney is going to come after you. But if you're the type of person who like, you know what, girl, this sounds great. It's time for me to do something. I know I have to do something for myself and my family. I'm ready to do this. I'm in. My student, Tarika, she was one of those people, okay? I want y'all to read this really quickly, all right? She sent me this message. This was about a month ago now, okay? As you can see, she sent this message. She said, look at the middle of it. Drum roll, please. I exited my 9 to 5 today. I cannot explain the joy I feel right now, okay? Look at her hashtag, doing what Tiff says. That's my hashtag, doing what Tiff says. She sent me this. She's quit her job about a month ago now, right? But she was a number two. She sat on a call just like this, and she was like, I want something better out of life, right? I need to be able to do this because I don't want to work for nobody anymore, okay? Yes, this can be you, LaShanta. This definitely could be everybody on a call, but you have to make up in your mind that this is what you really want. But not only that, you're going to not only step out on faith, but you're also going to do the work behind that. Okay? All right? So, if you're one of those people, okay, I would like to invite you to my blueprint. Okay? T-shirt blueprint. Okay? Here's the details of the blueprint. Step 1, building a foundation. Step 2, selecting the profitable niche. Step 3, winning t-shirt designs. Step 4, launching your store for sales. And step 5, marketing on steroids. Really quick, before I go into it, I'm just curious. How many people that's on this call right now, type a 3 in the chat box, or if you're currently in my Rich Girl Collective group. Type a 3 in the chat box if you're currently in my Rich Girl Collective group. Go ahead and type a 3 right quick before I go on. I'm just doing a quick little case study on something. If you're currently in the Rich Girl Collective Facebook group, go ahead and type a 3. Okay, so I have a lot of you who are on here who you joined my group after you signed up for the webinar. So a lot of you have seen the comments. A lot of you have seen people with their posts. They're launching stores. They're making sales. I just posted about a 17-year-old did 20,000 with t-shirts in the last 60 days, right? So y'all see that it works, okay? But that's people who are doing the work, all right? So let me move on. Before I created this training, I did some research and I said, you know what? Let me see what the going rate is for other courses out there that teach you how to start t-shirt businesses. What I could find was courses ranging anywhere from $297 to $2,000, basically. Now, all of that is good, okay? Because if somebody is going to teach you how to start a business, even on the high end of $2,000, that's not a lot of money, okay? Okay, so based on that, right, I wanted this to be as accessible to as many people, mainly women, because women is my target, mainly women, as many women as possible. I wanted something that women could get out there and they could afford to do this and put in the time and effort and do it, okay? So if you're interested, I want to offer you a chance to join the Blueprint class, which is the advanced version of this class, for one investment, no payment plans, just one investment of $197. Now, before somebody asks, right? First of all, if you scroll down and you see the blue button, then you can click that blue button and it'll take you to the page, or you can go to the link that I just posted and you can join. Now, before somebody asks, this is the questions that I always get. Will this be offered again? I'm not sure how long this is going to be offered. I'm not sure when the price is going to increase, because I know how many testimonies I have. I know how many people I've helped. I know this training works. So the value is there. So I may be increasing the price pretty soon. Not sure when. Okay, so I would highly advise, if you're serious about it, jump in now. Okay, the link is in the comments. Latoya, if you could just click the button, the link is in the chat. Okay, so you don't have to see the button. You could just click the link and it'll take you to the page. All right, so that's the training. But I do have, okay, I want to go into detail about this. Okay, so this is what the training is all about. Right? Somebody is posting in the comments. So if you're interested, go ahead on and jump in. I'm only accepting 30 people tonight. So I'm only accepting 30 people tonight. So make sure you go in and jump in and get your spot. But here it is. Okay, so step one, we talk about building the foundation. Remember at the beginning of the call, I told you that I didn't have any strategy. And a lot of you agree with me and said that you didn't have any strategy, that you just wake up every day and try to decide what you're supposed to be doing that day, right? Well, we talk about building a foundation. Okay? Step two, we talk about selecting a profitable niche. A lot of people mention, when I asked the question about what type of t-shirt brand that you will create, a lot of you mention categories and not niches. So if you said something like fitness, if you said something like, fitness, if you said something like spirituality, anything like that, that's too broad. You have to narrow that down. Okay. I teach you how to do that in the blueprint. Okay. I teach you how to narrow it down. Okay. And we're still going to get to Q&A. So don't worry. Step three, winning t-shirt designs. This is the only thing I'm going to say about that part. I never create my own designs. I always use what has already been proven. I never create my own designs. All right. I'm going to just say that for that part, right? I teach you how to find designs that you already know are going to make you money. Okay. And then winning t-shirt designs. Okay. We went over that one. Launching your store for sales. Remember, I talked about there are certain things on your website that you have to have on your website in order for you to make sales. I'll tell you what those things are. And step five, let's make some sales. And then I'm gonna get to the questions, because I wanna address Amanda's question for sure. Okay. Let's make some sales. Okay. Let's make some sales is about marketing. How many people, right? Just think about it. How many people joined this call because you saw my Facebook ad, you saw an Instagram ad, or one of your family or friends tagged you and said, girl, check this out. Go ahead and type me in the chat box if that's you. Okay. If you got on this call, right? If you got on this call because you saw my ad on Facebook on Instagram, or look at all of the comments. You know why? Because I know how to do marketing. I know how to do marketing. I know how to put my t-shirts and stuff in front of people so that they can join, they can buy and stuff like that. Most of y'all, what y'all are doing is that y'all are posting stuff on your Facebook page. How many people ever posted something on their Facebook page? They got excited. Your family or one of your friends may have bought something, but then after that, that was it. Welcome, Valerie. Welcome to the people who already joined. Welcome to the people. Yes, you are on a winning team, right? How many people have already put something on their Facebook page and you thought you were going to make a ton of sales, and your family or one of your friends bought something, but that's it. After that, it dried up. You didn't have no more sales, right? Which is illegal, right? You should not be posting business stuff on your personal page. That's against Facebook terms of service, right? And if you were my student, you would already know that, okay? Right? All right. So yeah, I teach you how to do marketing. But there's one more thing. The first 10 people who join tonight, you are going to get my 100-page t-shirt business planner. Now, I don't know if y'all like me, but I absolutely love planners. Okay. There is no other t-shirt planner out there on the market. You could Google it. You could go to Amazon. There's no other t-shirt planner out there. So I had my designer create one for you, and it is going to be a bonus for the first 10 people. It's a digital planner. It's going to be a bonus for the first 10 people, right? First 10 people get this digital planner. You can print it out. It helps you run your entire business, okay? You can't even buy this separately. It retails for $97. You get it for just joining, just for being one of the 10. How do you know if you'll be one of the 10? I'm going to give you an email address to send in a minute, and I'll make sure that if you're one of the 10, you get it. Welcome to the ladies who just joined. Now, this is Q&A time. Who has questions? This is your chance to get your questions answered. I'll answer as many as I can. Welcome to the people who already joined. Welcome. I'm super excited for you. Yes, if you joined, let me know you joined. Let me know. Welcome, Mary. Welcome, Sylvia. Yes, you were. Okay. Go ahead and type your question. So somebody posted a question. I think it was Amanda. Welcome, Mildred. Right? Somebody, yes, Jay, get ready. Somebody actually asked Amanda if there was a money back guarantee. Here's my simple answer. No, there's no money back guarantee. There's no guarantees in life. Now, specifically for my product, there's no guarantee because guess what? I can't promise what you're going to do. I deliver in the course. And if you're in my group, you can see all of the testimonies. You can search, you can ask people who have gotten results. So my course works. I can't say what you're going to do on your end. Therefore, no, there's no guarantee. It's just like going to a personal trainer. They can't guarantee you're going to lose 20 pounds because it depends on what you're going to do when you're not with them. If you go eat pie every day, then you're not going to lose any weight, but they can't guarantee you that, right? Same thing, with going to the doctor. They can't guarantee, if you take this medicine, you're going to be fine. So no, it's no guarantees. No guarantees in life, unfortunately. Okay. What other questions do you have? What other questions do we have? Okay, let's see. Welcome, Latanya. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Let's see. I'm trying to scroll back to the beginning of them because there's so many of them. Okay. I think I'm getting to when does the training start? Good question. So as soon as you join the training, it is like Netflix, right? You can watch it whenever you want. You can watch it wherever you want. You can watch it, right? Okay, you can watch it as many times as you want. Best case scenario is total maybe about 7 hours. You could stop. You could start it back up. I have had students who took the advanced training, they got off the call, they binge watched it for 2 days, and by the time they were up on Saturday morning, they had their store up and running. And then by the time they went to work Monday morning, they had their first sale, right? They had their first sale. Okay, so it just depends on, kind of depends on you. Where do you make your designs? All of that information is in the training. I tell you, I show you, I tell you, I even make a design in the training so you can see. Do you help with the website? Yes, in the training. I tell you exactly what to do with the website. I don't do bling tees. I've never done a bling tee in 6 years, and I've made multiple 6 figures just selling plain tees, no bling. I don't do bling tees because that takes more of your profit, and I like to have as much profit as I could get. Welcome, India. Is it India? I love the spelling of your name. Does the training pay for something? It cut off. What other questions do you have? All training is, yeah, I actually see some people who have already purchased, they already created their password and they are logged in now watching the training. Yes, Rhea, definitely. No, they're okay. So that's a good question. So she wants to know if there are any other, D wants to know if there are any other additional fees to start. The training is a one-time fee. You pay one time, okay? One time, okay? No hidden fees, no extra fees, no renewal fees, none of those fees, right? To start your Shopify store, that's going to be free to get started for 14 days. Free. I've had people make their first sale before they even have to pay their $29 a month for Shopify. But that, if you want to do marketing, you can. If you don't want to do any marketing, you don't have to. So no, to answer your question, what if you have questions during the training? If you have questions during the training, then you can, I actually have a membership that you can join if you want additional support, you have additional questions, anything like that. Other than that, it's a self-study course, but everything that you need is in that course. Yes, Maria, everything that you need is in that course. How much is that training at a later time? It will go up to $300. So the next price will be $300. I must say I definitely enjoyed this class. Thank you so much, Monique. What is the POD that you use? That is in the training. That is for the people who invest in themselves. So I actually put all 3 POD companies that I use in the training. Some of them, all the ones that I use, you do not have to pay for. Some of them are good. Some of them have good quality. Some of them don't. No, today is not the only day you can get it, Chantel. I just can't promise you how much it will be then. For everybody who's asking, can you get it later? Yeah, if it's open, if it's available, yes, you can get it later. I can't promise you that the planner won't be available, and I can't promise you that it will be $197 because the next jump is going to $300. Okay. How long do you stay in your niche? Okay, I have been in the same niche for 6 years. And see, that's the thing. I teach you how to find a niche that you are going to make money from forever. You don't want to be in a niche where you're going to only make a little bit of money and you're going to run out of people and then you're going to have to jump from niche to niche. Okay, so I teach you how to do that. What did you say about a business license? I said that I talk about that in a training. How would I get a website? You can create it. You can create the way I teach you in the training how to create a website. You can have your website up and running by the end of the night. Okay. What are the best POD companies? The best ones are listed in the bottom section of the training. Right. So those of you who joined, welcome. Let me know in the chat box if you joined. Also, if you already joined and you're already logged in the training, go ahead on and just let people know that there's a lot of training behind there, that it's legit, it's videos, is training. Okay. Does the training price include the website? It includes how you do the website. Yes. I'm interested, but have to discuss with the hubs. Okay, good luck. Your email address. I'm going to give it to you in a minute. There's a ton. India said there's a ton of information. She's not joking. Yes. Let them know, India. India already purchased. She already invested, and she's already logged in. Good stuff in the training. I'm in. Wonderful information. So here's what I need you to do. If you have joined the training, go ahead and type in the comments, because I'm gonna have my assistant come back and make sure that I have you on my list. If you have joined the training class, go ahead on and make a comment. Basically say, I just joined the t-shirt training course. Go ahead on and make a comment. I do not take Cash App. No. Go ahead on it and make a comment. What is the average additional cost after you start, not including the training? $29 a month. $29 a month. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead on. For those of you who joined, go ahead on and make a comment. I just joined the t-shirt training course, so I can add you to my list. And then I'm going to give you an email address so you can, let me give you this email address for those of you who joined, so you can claim your planners. Now, if you didn't join, don't send an email, because we do check this. So we do check it. So we know who joined and who didn't join. So those of you who joined, this is the email address. Okay. This goes to my assistant, right? That is the email address. And I'm gonna put it at the top in the blue. If you just basically send an email and say, I signed up for the t-shirt training course, then I'll make sure. I tell you what, everybody who signs up tonight is gonna get the planner. Okay, everybody who signs up tonight, I'm in a good mood. So everybody who signs up tonight is gonna get the planner. Yes, $300 at a later date, and that's probably what's the big one. What is gonna go to. Okay. All right. All right. You love my strategy. Thank you so much. Yes. Make sure if you join the course, look above in the yellow box. It has the email address. Just copy it and send an email basically saying, I joined the t-shirt training course. And if you're one of the 10, make sure you check the membership all the way at the bottom. Your planner will be in there, but make sure you send that email address first. Darlene, if you send me a DM on Facebook, Darlene, yes, I do show you how to market. That's step 5 that we talked about. Step 5 is marketing. So I give you the whole entire thing. Most people who have t-shirt courses, they teach you how to set it up, but then they don't teach you marketing. So then you're stuck. That's a whole nother course. I put everything in one course for $197, an investment of $197. It doesn't get any better than that. Trust me, $197 is super low for all of the value you get. The people who are already joined already told, a lot of them already mentioned in the comments that they already logged in, and it's a ton of information for what you get. $197, Vanessa. Welcome, Jeanette. Welcome. I'm so ready. Awesome. I'm super excited for you. Also, make sure that y'all go to the Facebook group. Make sure y'all go to the Facebook group for those of you who are in it, and let everybody know you joined the t-shirt training course. So for those of you, how do you secure your print? What you mean your print? What you mean your print, Maria? If you are not a graphic designer, how do you know if the designs you're creating will sell? Do you go over that in the training? Yes, I do go over that in the training. That's step 3, remember? Step 3, winning t-shirt designs, Donna. So I teach you how to create and how to find winning t-shirt designs. Will the link work at any time? Yeah, the link will work. The price may be different, but the link will work. I just don't join and don't see the email address for the planner. If you look right above, it's already there in yellow. T-shirt blueprint course at gmail.com. It's already there, Joyce. How do we get the planner? You go to the email above that says T-shirt blueprint course at gmail.com and you send an email and said, I joined the T-shirt training course, right? Okay. Who, Jay? Okay. Any last questions? I'm gonna go 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. No, you can't pay with a you have to pay with a debit card or a credit card. The email for the planner, T-shirt blueprint course at gmail.com. This is only for people who join the course. If you didn't join the course and you send an email, we probably won't respond. You're welcome, LaShawn. You can't pay with PayPal. Okay. I tell you what, if you want to do PayPal, send an email to T-shirt blueprint course at gmail.com, T-shirt blueprint course, and I will manually send you a invoice. Okay. Send me an email and say you want to pay for the T-shirt training course, right? That's the email. I just put it in. Okay. You want to pay for the T-shirt training course. Okay. That's the email. You want to pay for the T-shirt training course using PayPal. You have to send me an email and I will send you a invoice. Okay. Any last minute questions, comments, concerns? What's the email for PayPal? T-shirt blueprint course at gmail.com. Thank you, Darlene. All right, so that is it. I think what I'm gonna do is thank you, Dorethia. Welcome to everyone who joined. So what I'm about to do is I think I am going to my system has tracked everybody. What about the trademark, Lakeisha? What about it? What about a trademark? My system has tracked everybody who has stayed to the end. So thank you so much. So what I'm gonna do is I'm about to send out the replay to everyone, and the link will be in the replay. All right, the link will be in the replay. Okay. You are welcome to everyone. Welcome again to everybody who's joined. I'm super excited. Don't forget to send an email, T-shirt blueprint course at gmail.com. And let me know. Does the link for the planner show up in spam? No, it won't be in your email. It will be in the group. I mean, in the membership when you log in. Okay. All right. So thank you for that. And don't forget to head to the Facebook group, Rich Girl Collective, and let everybody know that you have joined the T-shirt blueprint course. There are a lot of females in there doing a lot of great things, making a lot of money, selling T-shirts. So let them know you joined. You may need some help at one point. So yeah. So here's the link to the Facebook group. Other than that, I will see you in the Facebook group, and that's it. So have a good night, and go get started. Those of you who already joined, bye-bye.